The dense fog lay heavy, and in places sat dyed orange by the glow of embers and lanterns. Eerie silence gripped the ruined street, punctuated sporadically by short bursts of high-pitched whirring, thunderous metallic steps, and the quiet sobs of desperate people. Order was restored, but at what cost? Keiko peered out through the doorway at the devastation left by the Sagan. She watched the hooligans whimper as they sat in a row, bound and defeated. She inspected the rubble that now sat where the tailor's front wall once was. She knew that the damage would be repaired and the costs covered, but this brute force approach to justice always caused other harm that was not so easily fixed. Whilst generally a good deterrent to those wanting to cause trouble, since the introduction of the Sagan, Keiko couldn't help but feel it had been the kickstart of a sort of criminal arms race. Yes, there was less crime, and the political forces in the city were happy to remind of this. The tenacity and creativeness of the remaining criminal enterprise had, however, gone up. Keiko waited until the Sagan left the street, dragging the miserable vagrants behind it. She stepped out and walked over to the tailor's. He sat hunched by his counter, exposed to the world, with his head in his hands. Keiko climbed over the rubble and landed on a piece of the window pane, cracking it underfoot. The tailor looked up, tears in his eyes, and opened his mouth to speak. I shouldn't have called it in. I should have just paid them. Everyone's going to hate me, and rightly so. Keiko knelt by his side and rested a hand on his shoulder. It's not your fault. Those types rely on people not calling in the Sagan. It's how they survive. Nobody blames you for having enough. Come on. It'll help to help others. Come with me. Let's go and make sure nobody else got hurt.